Hello, my friends. Welcome to Tom's Tinkering and Adventures. If you've been along with me for a while, you've followed me on my adventure, riding to Alaska on my motorcycle, getting ready for all that. And now that I'm here, I'm staying with my daughter and my son-in-law and my granddaughter, and my wife is here as well, and a couple of dogs here. But one thing I like to do when I'm visiting my family is, they take me in, so I like to help out a little bit. So surprisingly, you would think, I'm a guy who rides motorcycles, I work in the garage, I love to fix things. Well, one thing I do like to do is I like to make some bread. And when I got here, that was the first thing they asked for. I made some really nice honey oatmeal bread. Made that yesterday after rolling in here after 4,000 miles riding. Made some bread and it's going pretty good. And I got asked to make cinnamon rolls. Well, I've never made cinnamon rolls before, but I'm gonna give it a shot. That I use to make them and my technique. And then we'll end the video there and I'll bring you back tomorrow morning, either when I prep them and put them in the oven or maybe after I take them out of the oven. We'll see how she works. But first time giving this a try, so we'll see how it goes. And I think I can make this work. We'll see. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and switch you to the bowl view here. Let's see if we can make this work. Yes, orientation is locked, it says. Very good. What's up? Yeah, live is fun here because I don't know how this is gonna work. All right, you're looking at my bowl. Beautiful. Let's see, is this better? No? Let's see what we can do here. I think I can make this work. We'll try it. All right, so for a sweet bread recipe, it's a little bit different. We have 3 cups of flour. I like to use this gold medal flour because they sell it everywhere and it's reasonably priced. So I got 3 cups of flour going in the bowl. I feel like I'm on a cooking show because I pre-measured it and I never do that. So that was kind of fun. All right, and we got the sugar. 3 tablespoons of sugar. I can include the recipe possibly in the descriptions if I can get access to a computer, or I can mess around with this a little bit here. 1, 2, 3. 3 cups of sugar, yeah. My daughter's already commenting on this. They're at the store buying more stuff. 1½ teaspoons of salt. All right, this might get interesting here. Let's see what we can do for the salt. I really wish I could get this to work. There we go. I think we got it. There we go. 1½ teaspoons of salt. So you get sugar and salt. And we'll just kind of estimate on the half because I don't have a half. Excellent. Now we're going to put in the yeast. All right. So for the recipes that I use this instant style bread machine yeast because this is a no knead recipe. So it's pretty easy. You just mix it up and set it aside. No, my sister's asked me about a cameraman. I don't have a cameraman. I'm a one-man show here. So 1/4 teaspoon of this instant yeast. All right, and if I remember correctly, this should be all of my dry ingredients. So what I like to do is mix everything together. Got the yeast, the sugar, the salt, and of course the 3 cups of bread flour. Now if you don't have bread flour, you can use all-purpose flour. I've made bread with all-purpose flour. I've made it with half and half bread flour. Bread flour has a little bit more gluten in it, and it just tends to make a little bit more of airy style dough, if you know what I mean, a little bit less dense. In fact, here I'll show you some texture here on this loaf that I made. Yeah. This is awesome. This is one of my favorites here. All right. I got this cooking show bird's eye view working pretty good now. All right, so we got the dry ingredients mixed in there. Now we're going to add the wet ingredients. So we got 4 tablespoons of melted butter. Pour that in there. 1 egg yolk. And I separated out the egg whites so we can have breakfast tomorrow. 1.5 teaspoons. Let me find my teaspoon here. 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. I got imitation vanilla. If you got the good stuff, then you're living well, because that stuff is expensive. And like I said, well, that's a little bit more than 1.5. Well, we're gonna go with it. That's what I get for not having a half. I think we'll be fine though. All right, and 11 ounces of whole milk. What do we got here? Got the same chlorine in your kitchen, Greg or Miller? Well, I'll send you a loaf, but you gotta send something my way perhaps. We'll see how this one turns out. I've never made cinnamon rolls. All right, so we've got all the ingredients in there. The bread flour, sugar, salt, yeast. I'm kind of cheating, by the way. I got it open on the computer over here to help me out. And let's see, the liquid ingredients, the butter, egg yolk, vanilla extract, and the milk. All right, so when I make my bread, I like to stir it with a wooden spoon, but I like to stir with this end. It just works pretty good for these recipes here. And this is the fun and exciting part, mixing. Now, like I said earlier, this is a no-knead recipe. All the bread loaves that I make are no-knead recipes. So you just mix it up, set it on the counter to proof. You gotta cover it. You let it sit for about 12 hours, up to 24 hours. Actually, the longer you let it sit, it seems like the better flavor it gets. But I like to mix it up the night before, and then make it the following morning. My friend Robert Roy, his channel, he'll tease me about it all the time, because he'll see me post on social media at like 4 in the morning that I'm making bread, because I'll just wake up and think about making the bread, and I'll knock it out right away in the morning. That way I can have it after my morning run, because I like to run in the morning as well. But you know, you can't eat stuff like this and not stay in shape. Well, I guess you can. I know one of my friends who does. I'm not going to throw out any names, Robert Roy, but we're working on him. All right, so this is the first time I made this actual type of bread. This is a sweet dough, and as you can see, it's pretty sticky. And this is the way almost all these no-knead recipes are, pretty sticky like this. So you just kind of make it into a ball. And I will cover this with some cling wrap, if I can find some in my daughter's house here. I know she has it somewhere. And then I'm going to set it on top of her fridge probably. It's a little bit cool in the house, but you want about 65 to 70 degrees. I don't know, I'm not really a master baker here, but you can see the size of this. So I'm going to cover it, and then I will go live tomorrow when I take it out and prep it, and we'll see how that works. All right, we'll switch over here, and we'll see how that works. But hopefully when I go live the next time with this, you'll see that the dough is going to be at least twice as big as that. I've looked at the recipe. I'm going to have to roll it out, mix up some cinnamon sugar, cut it, throw it in the pan. We'll throw it in the oven, and I'll probably end up doing 3 videos, because I'll try to get this bird's eye view like this of me making it. Yeah, not up at 4 a.m. Well, I try not to be either. And we'll see how she goes. And I hope it turns out well, because everyone's looking forward to eating cinnamon rolls tomorrow. I've got a 5K that I'm going to be running tomorrow. I found one just down the road here, so I'm going to be high on cinnamon roll sugar goodness for the morning, as long as I get up in time to make the cinnamon rolls, because it's going to be about 2 hours. I'll split that up into a couple videos. But I don't know, like I put on the title, I don't know, is this tinkering or is this an adventure cooking? I think it's a little bit of both. I like cooking, and this one is definitely both to me, tinkering and an adventure, because I've never made these cinnamon rolls before. I don't think I've ever made any cinnamon rolls except for the ones you buy in the grenade can. You know what I mean? When you open it and it pops, it scares you every time. So, oh, I don't know. Robert Roy asked if I'm taking us to the 5K. I don't know. if I can run like this, let's see. All right, well, I don't know. Whew. That might work. We could try it. I won't have signal to go live though. My phone does not work very good outside of the home here. I'm on Wi-Fi. And my sister asked if my brother's bringing me any beers for the run. I don't think so. I would love it if he would. Hopefully my brother is a subscriber. I don't know if he is or not. I know one of my brothers is because he always picks on me for everything is backwards when we're on selfie mode here, but I can't do anything about that. And then he also picks on me because he says I look like Red Green. So if anyone knows who Red Green is, let me know what you think about that comparison. But, well, you know, my family has a really weird sense of humor. All right, yeah, maybe I'll take a video during part of the race there, Robert Roy, and we'll see. And yeah, it might be the Pabst Blue Ribbon 5K. It's a VFW sponsored event, so most VFWs have a bar. So I'm sure I'll get a cold beer afterwards and some burgers, and it's a family day thing, so we'll see how she goes. But that's all I got for right now. We'll come back at least tomorrow morning, and we'll see how these cinnamon rolls turn out. Thank you very much for watching. And if you want to know when I'm going live next time, go ahead and hit that bell button down there. That'll give you the notification, let you know when I'm going live. We'll see how this cooking part of Tom's Tinkering and Adventures goes. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and get out there and find your adventure. Thank you.